Hello learner, welcome to our revision for the CS paper Human Resource Management, pilot paper September 2015. We are today looking at question 3. In our previous lessons we have looked at question 1, the case study, and question 2. Today we are looking at question 3, which we will read and look at the sample responses. Question 3A, illustrate how a human resource manager can use a learning and development program as an employee retention strategy, 5 marks. Question B1, define the term performance management as used in human resource management, 2 marks. Roman 2 under B, indicate 4 challenges of performance management in public sector organizations, 8 marks. Total marks for question 3 were 15 marks. We start with the question 3A. Question 3A required that the candidates should illustrate how a human resource manager can use a learning and development program as an employee retention strategy. This question had 5 marks. Before we respond to the question, it is important to appreciate that human resource management handles various functions, of which learning and development could be one of the functions, and in this case the examiner requires an illustration of how a human resource manager can use a learning and development program as an employee retention strategy, and in this case the strategy should be to retain workers for a duration of time like say 5 years, 6 years or so within the organization. After the employees have been trained, they should be able to serve within the organization for a given period of time. One of the ways through which the human resource manager could do this could be through bonding. What this implies is that if an employee has proceeded to a training, for example, a learning program of 3 years or 4 years, there could be an arrangement between the organization and the employee that the employee should be able to serve in that organization post-training for a period of 2 years or a period of 3 years, as the case might be, and in so doing the employee can be able to apply the skills that have been acquired in this particular organization that has given the employee an opportunity or has put this employee through a learning and development program. The other strategy would be to have a learning and development scheme. Now, what this scheme could provide for would be a requirement that for an employee to qualify to go for part 1, say part 1 of a given program, the employee is supposed to have worked for let's say 2 years. Then the employee is designated appropriately. Then to proceed to part 2 of a program, the employee should serve for a given period of time, let's say 6 months or 1 year again. And doing part 2, a prerequisite is given as part 1. And in so doing, These skills can be able to be applied in the working environment, and employees can be retained while the program of learning and development is used to be able to at least retain workers. As workers benefit from training, the employer also benefits from the skills that the workers acquire in the learning and development program. Thirdly, promotion. An organization may have a promotion requirement that for you to be promoted to a given position, you are supposed to have gone through a learning and a development program, which is a prerequisite for this particular promotion. And in so doing, if the promotions come after every 3 years, within the intervening period, the employee is supposed to go for a training of 6 months, a training of 6 weeks or so. Then promotion is provided to those employees who have gone through a learning and development program. This will motivate workers to attend to these learning and development programs in the hope that when their chance comes, they would be considered favorably for promotion purposes. Fourthly, career needs. What this implies is that an organization could have recognizance of the fact that employees have their own career needs and growth, and they would want to grow. So an organization may use a learning and development program and align it with the needs of the organization and also the needs of the employee. And by so doing, workers who are able to look at training as a motivation, are able to look at training in terms of their own individual growth, career growth, and so on, are likely to stay in an organization that is providing career ladders that recognize learning and development programs. And by so doing, the organization can be able to retain employees for a given duration of time in terms of achievement of their needs as an organization. Then fifthly, relevance. In some cases, it has been said that organizations mount training programs and workers take training programs which may not be relevant to their work needs. So relevance to work. And in this case, a learning and development program could be crafted or formulated so that the learning program is on the job program. So if a learning and development program is on the job, an example of this could be coaching or mentorship program. Now this mentorship program or coaching may be an attachment of an employee to another one who is mentoring, or a coaching process where it is one-on-one and it's an on-the-job learning and development program where it is relevant to the immediate work this particular employee is performing, and by so doing, it could be stretched to take a given period of time, and employees may find this useful in terms of growth, in terms of performance, in terms of productivity, and this kind of arrangement can make workers like to be retained within that particular organization, and by so doing, a link between the learning and development needs of an organization, employee requirements in the context of work. This is how also a manager can be able to use this to be able to retain employees within the retention strategy of a given organization. So this could be possible responses that a candidate can use to be able to demonstrate or illustrate how a human resource manager can use a learning and development program as an employee retention strategy within a given organization. So that is a sample response to question 3A.